May the peace of the Lord be with you all. Today's Gospel Reflection, July 23, 2025, Wednesday.
The children of Israel set out from Elim, and came into the desert of Sin, which is between Elim and Sinai, on the 15th day of the 2nd month, after their departure from the land of Egypt. Here in the desert the whole assembly of the children of Israel grumbled against Moses and Aaron. The children of Israel said to them, "Would that we had died at the Lord's hand in the land of Egypt, as we sat by our flesh pots and ate our fill of bread. But you had to lead us into this desert, to make the whole community die of famine." Then the Lord said to Moses, "I will now rain down bread from heaven for you. Each day the people are to go out and gather their daily portion. Thus will I test them, to see whether they follow my instructions or not. On the 6th day, however, when they prepare what they bring in, let it be twice as much as they gather on the other days." Then Moses said to Aaron, "Tell the whole congregation of the children of Israel, present yourselves before the Lord, for he has heard your grumbling." When Aaron announced this to the whole assembly of the children of Israel, they turned toward the desert. And lo, the glory of the Lord appeared in the cloud. The Lord spoke to Moses and said, "I have heard the grumbling of the children of Israel. Tell them, in the evening twilight you shall eat flesh, and in the morning you shall have your fill of bread, so that you may know that I, the Lord, am your God." In the evening quail came up and covered the camp. In the morning a dew lay all about the camp, and when the dew evaporated, there on the surface of the desert were fine flakes like hoarfrost on the ground. On seeing it, the children of Israel asked one another, "What is this?" For they did not know what it was. But Moses told them, "This is the bread which the Lord has given you to eat." The Lord gave them bread from heaven. They tempted God in their hearts by demanding the food they craved. Yes, they spoke against God, saying, "Can God spread a table in the desert?" The Lord gave them bread from heaven. Yet he commanded the skies above, and the doors of heaven he opened. He rained manna upon them for food, and gave them heavenly bread. The Lord gave them bread from heaven. Man ate the bread of angels. Food he sent them in abundance. He stirred up the east wind in the heavens, and by his power brought on the south wind. The Lord gave them bread from heaven, and he rained meat upon them like dust, and like the sand of the sea, winged fowl, which fell in the midst of their camp, round about their tents. The Lord gave them bread from heaven.
On that day, Jesus went out of the house and sat down by the sea, and the whole crowd stood along the shore. And he spoke to them at length in parables, saying, "A sower went out to sow, and as he sowed, some seed fell on the path, and birds came and ate it up. Some fell on rocky ground, where it had little soil. It sprang up at once because the soil was not deep, and when the sun rose it was scorched, and it withered for lack of roots. Some seed fell among thorns, and the thorns grew up and choked it. But some seed fell on rich soil, and produced fruit, 100 or 60 or 30-fold. Whoever has ears ought to hear." That he got into a boat and sat down. Such large crowds gathered around him. There's something timeless and deeply moving about the image of a sower walking across a field, scattering seeds with patience and hope. It's a simple act, yet rich with meaning. Each movement of the hand, each seed released into the air, carries the possibility of new life. But what happens next depends not just on the sower or the seed, but on the soul where it lands. The sower represents the giver of truth, the one who speaks life, offers direction, and continually extends grace and wisdom. The sower is generous. He doesn't withhold. He doesn't measure the ground first before scattering. Instead, he sows everywhere, on the path, on rocky places, among thorns, and on good soil. This is not wasteful. This is love. Truth is shared not only with the ready and receptive, but also with the hardened, the shallow, and the distracted, because even the most barren soul can change. The seed symbolizes the message of purpose, of love, of divine truth. It holds within it the potential for transformation and growth. One seed, if rooted well, can produce a harvest far greater than itself, but the seed must die to its smallness to become something more. That's the mystery and power of it. It contains what the eye cannot yet see. It only needs a place to grow. And then, there is the soil. This is where the heart of the message lies. The soul is us, our hearts, our minds, our willingness. Some days we are like the hardened path, worn down, trampled by life's burdens, unreceptive to hope because we've been let down too many times. On other days, we are like the rocky ground, quick to welcome inspiration, but lacking the depth to sustain it. When challenges come, our resolve withers. Sometimes we become like thorny soil, overgrown with distractions, anxieties, ambitions, and nose that chokes out what truly matters. That the beautiful truth is that soil can change. Hard ground can be tilled. Rocks can be cleared. Thorns can be uprooted. Our hearts are not fixed landscapes. They are living fields that can be prepared for growth. The sower never stops sowing because he knows that even the hardest heart can one day become fertile. In our lives today, we often hear truth through relationships, through moments of silence, through challenges that awaken us, and through preaching. But are we listening with hearts ready to receive? Or are we too hardened by bitterness, too shallow in our commitments, too distracted by the clutter of modern life? We don't need to fear where we are now. What matters is our willingness to be cultivated. Maybe we need to forgive someone. Maybe we need to pull out the weeds of distraction. Maybe we need to go deeper in faith, in reflection, in love. Whatever it is, we are not alone. The sower continues to walk beside us, patiently sowing, inviting us to become more than we are. Let this be the season where we choose to prepare our soil. Let us welcome the seed of truth and give it room to take root. Let us not merely hear, but truly receive. For in doing so, we become not just good soil, we become a field that blesses others, a place where life multiplies, and where the quiet work of the sower finally bears.